Hello everybody. Today is Thursday. That means it's art day. If you're at home, make sure you check the attendance so we know you were at school today. Also remember, when you watch the video, I get a green check mark that lets me know that you watched it. And I love seeing all the check marks because that's your participation grade for this 9 weeks. And then of course we have those students that are here with us today. So I check you off with a green check mark. So let's all get ready. Clear your desk, clear your space at home, get your art supplies ready. Remember, if you're at home, you can pause this video or you can watch it over. You can do whatever you need to do to be able to complete the art assignments. Here in the classroom, when the film is done, I can help you complete your assignments, okay? So let's all get ready. Remember, it's just like we're in the art room. I will always count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ready. I expect your hands in your lap. Remember, no creepy crawlers. We're not touching anything. We are listening. When I ring the bell twice, this is for if you're here at school, that means stop talking, stop working. It's time to pick up because your teacher will be coming back into the classroom. Okay? So let's get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ready. Okay, we are all going to start like we always do with our warm-up exercise. Our warm-up exercise will be in our sketchbooks. Remember, they're still up in the office if you're at home and you did not pick them up. They're still there. For those of you that are in class, remember, you will have your sketchbooks ready. Remember the rules to the sketchbook. The sketchbook is only for when Mrs. Owens comes in the art room. They are not to be used for drawing for any other time. This is our paper for our art lessons while we're in the classroom right now. So do not draw in them any other time during the week or take them home. They stay here in your desk. If you come back from being at home, bring your sketchbook with you, okay? It's now part of your books that stay in the classroom. Remember, in the sketchbook, we only use pencil and only draw on one side, the front side of our page. Don't draw on the back side because it's like a reference book where we can go through it and find out our different information, okay? So let's review very quickly. At the first of our sketchbook, we've been talking about the elements of art. One of the elements of art are lines, and we have talked about there's 2 kinds of lines. There are straight lines and there are contour lines. Straight lines show directions. Contour lines show moving. Contour lines also make things look round. So they have shape and volume, so they make things look 3-dimensional. And anytime we can use 3-dimensional on our drawings, it makes them look a lot more exciting. We have learned that the contour lines make things have shape, volume. We have worked with the L, and I can put contour lines and contour lines. It has now turned it into, it looks like a tube. It went from being flat to 3-dimensional. I can also make my L the other way. I'm going to see about getting a different marker here. See if this one gets a little bit darker. Yeah, this one's better. Can you see that better? Good job. I can go back that way. That's 2 ways to make the L. I also can do the letter V. Now notice when I'm making these letters, I'm not doing the points. Because remember, we want it to look round. It can go up or it can go down. That's another way to do the contour lines. Contour lines make things look three-dimensional, okay? We've also done, on the next page of our sketchbook, if you're starting from the beginning, we did Baby Devon's climbing tree. Now, if you're at home, you're probably going to have to pause this. 6 horizontal lines, and I'm going to connect, open, close, open, close. Now here comes the trick with the contour lines, which makes things look three-dimensional. Erase, come out the other side. Stop, erase, come out the other side. Contour line, stop, erase, come out the other side. And don't ask me why it's called that, but that's called Baby Devon's climbing tree, okay? I could also add my L's. I could also add my V's. You can do your L's and you can do your V's. You can do a lot with the contour lines going into Baby Devon's climbing tree, okay? Good job. The next thing we worked on in our sketchbook was we talked about foreshortened circles. That is, if you take a circle, which is two-dimensional, now I'm going to turn it on its side. If I take this flat circle and I turn it on its side towards me, well, I could do better than that. Remember, nothing has to be perfect. It's now fatter. It is coming towards me. One of the words you can use for that is foreshortening. Foreshortening means a 3D. This is a foreshortened circle. So what we did is we took a circle, which is two-dimensional. Now add 2 foreshortening circles. Put a pipe in it. I can erase here. Remember, in sketchbooks, you use a sketching hand. That's why it's called a sketchbook. You know you're going to have to erase. That's why you sketch. You know you're going to erase. And I can add my contour lines. I can erase here and add my contour lines. Now the other thing besides contour lines, foreshortening, I can do shading. And the shading makes things look three-dimensional. And one of the elements of art is value. We use a lot of that in our shading to make things look three-dimensional. I could also add a window. Add the moon, shade in part of it, and it's going to make it look three-dimensional. And again, here I can turn and add more pipes, okay? So in your sketchbook, it should look like this, or something like this. What we're working on is our tube city. We worked on the L's, we worked on the V's. I worked on Baby Devon's climbing tree. I worked on my foreshortening circles and see the shading and the foreshortening circles. Now you can really tell the difference. The circle here is a 2D circle. This is a 4 shortened circle, so I can go in and out. It's three-dimensional. It's now round. It has shape. And notice what the shading does to it. See how much that shading adds to it? And then last week, we started work on our three-dimensional flag. And remember, it's called the rhino. I have no idea. No idea why it's called the rhino. But we worked on our three-dimensional flag. And to do our flag is like this. We start with the flag pole. And remember, you're gonna make half a puzzle piece. That's the only way I know how to describe this line, but it is a contour line. It's not a straight line. If you drew a flag like this, pretty flat, two-dimensional. We're gonna add our straight lines, and now we're gonna connect it with a contour by going up and down. Now, because it's waving, it's overlapping. Overlapping is another way to make things three-dimensional. We can use contour lines, shading, and overlapping. And I'm going to add that peekaboo line. We call it the peekaboo because that's where the overlapping is going on. And we're going to do the shading. So I want you to try this in your sketchbook, and I want you to try something new with that today in your sketchbook. Here's my flagpole, and we're going to wave it 2 times. 1 puzzle piece, 2 puzzle piece. Add your straight lines. Connect, down, up, and overlapping. We have our contour lines. Now we have to put our overlapping lines or our peekaboo lines. Peekaboo, 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 peekaboo. And remember, because things are round, three-dimensional, there's going to be a light source. There's going to be a light side and a dark side. It's never going to be one color because it's three-dimensional. It's round. It has volume. It has shape. So I'm going to have to put in the shading. Now the shading here is going to go in the peekaboo. 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 See that? I now have a flag waving. Okay? Another thing you can do is my puzzle pieces went up. Your puzzle pieces can go down. Notice the difference. See if you can tell the difference. Peekaboo, 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 peekaboo. If you get easier to draw that way, that's fine. Some kids can do the puzzle piece that way easier. Some people can do it this way. Your puzzle piece can go up, or your puzzle piece can go down. Or you can try it both ways to see which way it's easier for you. But remember, contour lines, shading, and overlapping can make your drawings look three-dimensional, okay? So that is what I want you to practice in your sketchbooks today, okay? So moving on to what we've done, we've been working on the shading, and one of the elements with shading is value. Value means we go from dark to light. We worked on that with our apple. We drew our apple. We shaded in with our pencil. Remember, the pencil is one of the best art tools there is. Actually, it's one of my favorite art tools. It's graphite. It's lead. Go from dark to light. And all we did was take a Kleenex and blend it in. Very, very simple trick. Last week, we worked on two fruits overlapping. Here's an apple, here's an orange. We overlapped them. That's why we're more three-dimensional. Again, we went from dark to light, dark to light, okay? Now, I put my apples on a table, and that's called the horizon line. That's back behind it. That is the horizon line. Well, today we're going to work on some more shading, contour lines, and overlapping. Three things: contour lines, overlapping, and shading. We are going to make, I love the name of this one. This one's called Baby Shark in the Bowl. Here is a circle. It's two-dimensional. And I put 3 foreshortened circles, which means I put 3 circles that are three-dimensional. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to shade in the foreshortened circles. Now it really looks like my baby shark is swimming in the fishbowl, doesn't it? Okay, let me show how you can do this, and you can do it because we're going to use value to make it look three-dimensional. I'm going to take a sheet of paper, and you're going to draw a flat 2D circle. And it does not have to be perfect, okay? You are going to draw a flat 2D circle. And let me get a pencil here. And I'm going to draw, doesn't have to be perfect, my circle, okay? Now you're going to add 3 foreshortened circles. And I think, you know what, I am going to draw this with a black marker so you can see. But you're going to draw it with pencil. Now I'm going to draw 3 foreshortened circles. 1, 2, and 1 in the middle. 3. I have 1 2D circle and now 3 foreshortened circles, which are turned on the side. Now I can add my baby shark, or you can add any fish you want. His fin's awful big, isn't it? He's got teeth. Now look on the eyes. Look what I'm doing, overlapping. You see how I did overlapping eyes to make him look three-dimensional? If I want, I can put some bubbles coming up. Now, again, you're going to use the pencil in drawing. Add your shading just like we did on the apple and the orange. You're going to dark, medium, light. Dark, and I'm kind of going around my bubbles, but if you get it on the bubbles, that's fine. Medium, light. Dark, medium, light. I'm going to give him some lines here. Take your tissue, let me get my tissue. 1 finger, remember we always blend with 1 finger around in circles. Now it's three-dimensional, which means my light source is here, so this side of my fishbowl is going to be lighter. This side of my fishbowl is going to be darker. And if it gets on your fish, that's good. Dark to light, dark to light, dark to light. Now I'm going to add to my fishbowl. It's going to be darker over here. On this side, lighter in the middle, and super light on this side. Take my tissue, and I'm going to go in circles and blend it in. Now this is what's really cool. On my bubbles, I can take my eraser and erase the bubbles now. You see that? I can erase his eyeballs. I can then come back. I can accent his, I can even put stripes on his tail here and accent. Now, I want my fishbowl sitting on a table, so I'm going to draw the horizon line. Stop. Peekaboo. It's sitting on the table. And actually, I might kind of see it through the water there. So I want you to try baby shark in a fishbowl. You're going to draw a big 2D circle, 3, 4 shortened circles. Then put your fish, and notice I put baby shark to where he's half at the bottom, half on top of the waters, because I wanted him to go way out to show that it was a 3-dimensional bowl. Shade in your 4 shortened circles first with value. Values going dark to light, dark to light, dark to light. And then come back and add a little bit of dark to the fishbowl. Remember, my light source is coming here. So this part of the fishbowl is lighter. This part of the fishbowl is dark. Okay? So, try working on your flag with your puzzle pieces going up and your puzzle pieces going down. Try it twice. 2 up, 2 down in your sketchbook. And try baby shark in a fishbowl. Okay? Take a picture in Schoology and send it to me. I can't wait to see it. You guys are doing awesome. And I will see you next week. Bye.